Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, CCX here, and welcome back to more Chrono Cross. In the last episode, we ended up saving Marbule from the dreaded Logan Knights. And now in this episode, you guys are probably wondering why I have Riddle on my team. Also, I accidentally loaded up the save file when I didn't beat the Shaker Brothers, so I actually had to redo that fight again, but nothing really happened. But you guys are wondering, why do I have Riddle on my team? Well, it is time for that fight. So once you have Riddle and the memento, you go to this little isolated island right here, and you'll be able to go right into the fight. Now, before we continue on, I will have to say this: if you want to be able to fight Dario with relative ease without any problems, I recommend calculating elements that are usually just nothing, consist of green elements, and with links you also want to consist of nothing but fire elements such as magma burst, because what you're going to do for this fight is, well, I'll explain when the fight starts, but for now let's go ahead and just do this. Hey, it's our main man, Dario, whatever. Their names keeps changing. Yes? This cannot be. Are you Dario? But of course you are. This is another world. You are alive and well in this world. Dario, that's right. We're in another world. Are you saying you know who I am? What did you say? No, this cannot be. Cut the crap, Dario. Of course we know. Do you know this man? It has been 4 years since this man washed ashore, clinging on for dear life. Every day was a battle between life and death, but miraculously he made it. However, this man has no recollection of his past whatsoever. Yes, Dario, you do not remember me. I may be the Riddle from another world, but every day I have always... And yet, you do not remember who I am? Riddle. That name moves my heart. I have a feeling I have lost someone very dear to me. Forgive me, I just cannot remember. If only there was something to reawaken your memory. Yes, I know. Take a look at this. This pendant is a memento from your mother, and a gift you gave me when we got engaged. This is... Ah, Radius. Try to remember. We have been together since we were little. It will continue to be. I will always be there for you, Dario. Riddle. Run! Riddle, that's right. This is bad. What's wrong? No, don't touch him. What the? The Masamune. Dario. No, Dario, do not touch that sword. Power. Riddle, my sword thirsts for your blood. I knew it. The Masamune never actually disappeared from Death Gate. It has returned to its rightful owner. Wait a minute. Then that means Dario's still... What really happened? I thought Dario died fighting demons on the island of the dam. Actually... Flashback! Is that the Masamune? He just literally just willy-nilly just took up the sword. Dario, what do you think you're doing? Die! Death to all living creatures! Don't tell me. It's that sword. Dario, let go! Stop, Dario! It's me, Crash! Or Karsh, or whatever. Damn! Kill me, Karsh! Hurry! No! Do it, Karsh, or else I'll... No, Dario, I can't! Please snap out of it, Dario! You idiot. I gave you a chance. You cannot beat me. You are but a mere mortal. Who the? First I will dispose of you, and then Riddle. I shall let the Masamune sate itself on Riddle's blood. Damn you! Ah! What have I done? Pathetic fool. You are. Dario was killed by demons. Understand, Karsh. But are you gonna tell everyone about what you just did? Are you willing to tell Riddle that you murdered Dario because he was possessed by an evil sword? Do not worry. Do as I say and everything will be just fine. Dario. Ooh, this could be useful. Now I understand. Dario was possessed by the enmity of the Masamune. Prepare yourself! I guess there's no way out of this. I cannot face Dario in battle. Oh, yeah, no you can't. To abolish the darkness, we must defeat the Masamune. It is the only way to save Dario. Face the enmity of my sword! Let the battle begin! Greetings everyone, CCX here. This is me coming to you from the post dimension. This fight went on longer than it needed to, and I was relatively silent throughout the entire fight. But let me explain how this fight goes. Dario's ability is to counterattack every 6 attacks that you've done to him. If you have no stamina, he will retaliate with 2 major moves. Sonic Sword, I think is what it's called, and Dash and Gash. Dash and Gash is going to be the go-to move that will either kill Riddle or Karsh. Now, your major goal for this fight is you're essentially going out of your way to use fire, elemental red, and elemental green throughout this entire fight. The reason for that is that Dario only counters depending on which element you use. If you use black, he will counterattack with Recovery All. If you use white, he will counterattack with a very powerful move that will have a chance to kill you, and it's a black innate ability. If you use red, he will counterattack with Nimble, which doesn't really do that much. And if you counter with green, he will use low res, which drops your defense. That's also not bad as well. If you counterattack with blue, he will go ahead and drop your hit rate, meaning you'll be missing him, which is what you don't want to do. You want to hope to God that your characters have a decent accuracy hit rate, or else you're going to have a very difficult time building up a level up magic meter. And if you... Oh, wait, no, I got it wrong. If you attack with yellow, he drops your hit rate. And if you attack him with blue, he drops your strength down, which is what you don't want to happen as well. So what you're essentially doing, what I'm doing for this is actually a strategy that you're not supposed to do. Riddle is supposed to be dead, first off, and so is Lynx. But I managed to be lucky to have all 3 of my characters still alive during this battle, which is very rare because usually you always have like people who have like 2 of their characters dead, or they have the black plate. Because there is one thing I can say that can make this fight easier. You can either get your body back, or you can have the black plate on and put it on somebody and then come fight. You can fight Dario as early as soon as you fight the Shaker Brothers, because once you fight the Shaker Brothers, you're just supposed to have Riddle on your team. Go to this island, and you'll just fight Dario right then and there. I decided to do it early because, why not? I was practicing to see if I can be able to beat him. The first time I practiced, it wasn't going so well because of the fact that Karsh was the only person that was attacking, and he was only using Arrow Saucer, which does nothing to him. And I also didn't have a better axe for him to do damage in, because Dario, he has high defense, but you're just chipping away to his HP every single time, and that's fine. But if you're missing and you can't build up those elemental grids as you're progressing through this fight, you'll essentially get wailed on by his very single target moves, because he doesn't have, not to my knowledge, he doesn't really have moves that hits everybody. All I know is that he has two dark moves that can really kill you and cripple you tremendously. But other than that, everything else is pretty much tameable. This is essentially the entire fight if you do this type of strategy where you hit him 6 times, because here I'm counting every single time I hit with Riddle. I hit him 3 times so I can get Karsh or Lynx to build up their stamina again. Lather, rinse, repeat. Making sure I have the ability to use either any type of green attacking element or red attacking element, because what happens is that when Dario uses low res, nimble, any type of counter attacking element, he wastes a turn not being able to attack physically, because his attack pattern gets reset. So this is the boss that I was talking about, that you can manipulate his AI if you know what you're doing. This is the only boss, well, to my knowledge as of right now, this is one of the bosses that you need to be able to learn AI manipulation. The weakest spells that won't do any damage is Fireball and Magma Bomb, only because I guess we're not strong enough to do at least one to him, so he just blocks it like it's nothing. But overall though, as long as you're calm and do not use any dark or light innate spells, you'll be relatively fine, because when he does recovery all, he actually heals 250 HP, which is not good, because relatively the damage that you're actually putting out is more than he can heal. So yeah, the best strategy is to never bring white, never bring black, don't bother using blue, and don't bother using yellow, because those will actually cripple you more than anything. But yeah, Dario is basically possessed by the Masamune, and apparently he's the owner of the Masamune. When we eventually defeat him, and we do win, I wouldn't go ahead and have this post recorded if we didn't win. It'd be kind of weird. It's kind of weird me doing this though, because I was talking live when I first started the video, because I was thinking to myself, do I want to do this fight? Do I want to fight him now? I was only scared because I didn't want to lose to him, because I have this issue that I'm trying never to get a game over in this game, and I'm doing a good job. And as of right now, we're facing against one of the hardest bosses if you don't know what you're doing. Another thing, I actually found the end of time. Yeah, there's that area that I was talking about. Well, not talking about, was saying that you need to do specific things. I actually found that area. So yeah, we'll be going there in the next episode after we face Dario here. So yeah, I would say that if you want, you can skip this fight entirely and nothing will change. But if you want the best ending, and I do end this off in a very good way, I let Karsh defeat him, because it's justice for that matter, and since they're both friends, it makes sense. You can also bring Glenn here too. It won't change anything. It'll just be appropriate, is what I'm more so trying to say and get at. Because sometimes having certain things happen is always such a good thing. But yeah, you're essentially doing this fight just to get Link/Surge's best weapon in the game, called the Masamune. The Masamune, there is a reason why it's called Master and not Masa, because there's actually a third entity inside the Masamune, which, you know, we just realized this in this game rather than in the sequel. I mean, rather than the prequel, which, you know, alright, whatever. But I gotta say, this is kind of my gripe with secret bosses. Is usually they can sometimes be defeated quickly, or they can sometimes be defeated in like under a friggin' hour. This fight usually takes people 3 minutes depending on the strategy you're going for, but usually if it's 3 minutes, it probably still doesn't take 3 minutes anyways, unless you're doing the right moves, because most people will have carnivine, whatever, which is basically a move that eats your opponent, and there's two variants of it. There's the weaker version, which is a smaller version, and then there's the bigger version, which actually does more damage. I don't have that ability, obviously, because I suck at this game, because as I said before, hell, we don't even got Ultra Nova. We didn't even get Black Hole, which I didn't know that was an instant kill spell. So yeah, there's that. That was a shock to me, because if you notice during the Dehydrate fight, Link's and Zoa's HP didn't show up, so they kind of got instant killed. That's why they died, which I didn't know that. So this fight could have gone south if one of two things happened. If Riddle died, and if he decided to use, because I kind of tried to go out of my way to get an extra hit, so I was kind of fearing that he was going to attack Riddle, because usually that's what his AI loves to do. He loves to always kill Riddle first because, well, reasons. But I thought he was going to kill Riddle. Thank God he didn't, because Riddle is basically my go-to girl to get everyone's stamina back. I didn't have anything equipped on Riddle either. So if she would have gotten hit with a physical attack or dash and gash or sonic blade, sword, whatever, she wasn't living. She was going to die. She was going to get like murdered like nothing else. But I managed to go ahead and defeat him. And I'm really glad for that, because I wasn't expecting myself to win. I thought I was going to lose this fight. I thought I wasn't ready. I mean, he's not hard, but he can be a little bit tricky. Most people will come here with the dragon black plate, but you can, if you know how to manipulate him, you don't need the black plate at all. Unless, if you don't have, okay. To be able to get Aero Blaster and Magma Burst, you can go back to Lisa in the homeworld and just buy from her. Because that's the main reason as to why we have so much Magma Bursts. You guys really think I just grinded for those things? Ha! No. See, then he uses Upheaval here, and I thought he was going to kill Riddle, but he didn't. And I'm grateful for that, because not only did that reset his attack, it allowed me to give everyone's stamina almost all the way back. So, essentially, I used the level 2 Magma Burst. Yeah, I used the level 2 Magma Burst to go ahead and dish out enough damage to him so that Karsh can deliver the final blow, because now Karsh has all of his stamina back. Now, for accessories wise, you want to be sure to have accessories that increases your magic and your hit rate, so you can actually hit him, so you don't have to worry about anything. And with this will be the final hit for Dario. I wasn't expecting Crash to be able to defeat him, but I'm glad that I managed to defeat him like this. And goodbye. And that is how you defeat one of the hardest bosses in the entire game. And I can say that I am very happy for that. Huh. Appears the Masamune found a new master. What, Lynx? Do not panic. Look around you. Birds. The birds that fled are coming back. I no longer sense the slightest bit of malice from the Masamune. There is no more fear of succumbing to its enmity. You awake, Masa? Yeah, but looking back, I think we've done something terrible. No one will know if we don't tell. Hey! What are you two up to? Yikes! It's Dorian! Nothing. We don't remember a thing. I see. Well, just to make sure you're not up to any mischief, I'm coming along. Alright, how many centuries has it been since the three of us got together? Okay then, let's go. Yes, Dorian, or Doran. He's basically the third piece to the Masamune. And it transforms our Sea Swallow, which is our first weapon, into the Master Mune. The final weapon of the final weapon for Surge. Where am I? Riddle, is that you, Riddle? What happened to me? Dario, thank goodness. Your memory has returned. Memory? Oh yes, I had taken a hold of the Masamune. Forgive me, Karsh, for what I've put you through. Forget about it. Although your memory has returned, let's not forget the harsh reality which lies in wait. Come. So, you'll be leaving. I prepare for this day. Farewell. I wish you all the best. Just like that, huh? Damn. Everyone is hurt and separated, experienced and incomplete. However, by living as such, we may change for the better into something bigger, something more gentle. My goodness, what has happened during my absence? Where have the general and the others gone? Riddle, you said that you all came from another world. Then where are Karsh, you, and the others in this world? Unfortunately, no one from Viper Manor who went to the Dead Sea will return. Why did the general and the others go to such a dangerous place in search of the frozen flame? They were swallowed up in a terminated timeline and have perished along with the Dead Sea. How ironic that it is I who have survived. And Glenn. But Dario, you still have me. Riddle. Maybe from a different world, but you and I are... Yo, that's right, I'm alive and kicking. There ain't no one who can take my life. Zoa and Marcy are here too. We can also call the old dragon stable keeper. Thank you, everyone. I guess you're right. I am alive, and I will do whatever I must do. I do not know how many years it will take, but I will rebuild Viper Manor. It is my duty. My, perhaps it's about time I came out of retirement. Time for one last hurrah. Oh yeah, bring it on! Even though we may be from the different worlds, the four divas are back in business. But maybe -1. I don't think you're fit for battle yet. Forgive me, 4 years of isolation have taken their toll. Are you alright? Riddle, I want you to take this. And we receive Riddles' level 7 technique. Please rest up and just concentrate on rebuilding the Viper Manor. Thank you, I shall do so. Of course, I will help you too. Plus, I have an idea. I'm good, we ain't taking you we're not taking you, Riddle. I'm just saying that right now, we're not taking you. But anyways, guys, I will let my present self say whatever last words I need to say. So, yeah. Greetings, everyone, and with that, that's exactly how you end up beating Daria. Yes, that whole entire fight was post-commentary and also sped up because the whole entire fight I was on full-blown concentration. So I decided to just do that in post instead of anything else. I'll try to figure out what I'm actually going to do, but once you actually defeated Daria, you end up gaining the Master Mune, the third person who's supposed to be with Masa and Mune, and the best weapon in Surge/Lynx's arsenal. But anyways, I've been CCX. Thank you for joining me in that fight, and I'll be catching you guys next time. See yas!